You guys keep bugging me about how I'm neglecting my 1976 Citicar, so let's finally do some videos about it. So, there's a car show coming up in a couple days. It's the Old Settlers Car Show in Hillsboro, Illinois, and I think I got it out of storage, so we need to clean it up, so this video can be about cleaning it up. Then the battery pack is pretty much flat, so we got to replace that because plus lead acid just sucks. So that'd be a good chance to make a very simple battery pack using these lithium-ion cells from the Nissan Leaf battery pack that I paid way too much for several years back. And you can always make a bigger battery pack later, but that one will just give me a couple miles, even though I'm not going to be driving this thing because the brakes are all messed up. And it's more of just a novelty, not really much of a car drive. And then the third video, we can actually take it to the car show and maybe get people the reactions, maybe win something, because it's a very small car show, like maybe 70 cars if I remember correctly, so this will probably be the only electric car there. Well, I've taken it to my friend John's workshop where we have plenty of tools and plenty of space, so let's go working on it. The inside really needs cleaned up. There's a power supply, some random parts from the Citicar itself, and then there's that one high precision voltmeter thingamabob, and then some nichrome wire and tons of other stuff from other experiments. That looks a little better. I'm going to get a bucket of water in the washcloth and we can clean off the rest. So the plastic bends in, and so the sealant can't really get around the plastic. So I'm going to say on the bottom and the top. So I think if I brace against this bar back here and have this piece of wood up there, then I can actually push that out. So let's see if we can do that. So now we're going to slowly push this plastic out because, oh, like this part right here is curved. That should be flat. I see. So yeah, this is all kind of curved in. Evidently whenever they put this on here, they didn't put it on very well. Similar story on the top here. You can see where it's bowed in right here. And so it's actually gone in. And we have another crack right here. Actually multiple cracks. So I let this sit overnight, and this part has smoothed out a little bit, but it's still obviously bent in. So I might need to use some heat. But unfortunately, I can't find mine nor John's heat gun, so I don't know about that. It's almost flat. Looks like this popped out, and so if I get this back in, that should make that line less bad also. Well, it definitely doesn't look nice, but oh well. I can go over it again, smooth it out, sand it down really well, and then paint over it. And that should be pretty good. So what I found that works best is to melt them together a little bit, like so. And you go back over with the plastic and just kind of fill in that gap. Now I added a bit much, so I'm going to drag some down. On the passenger side door, we have this fracture that is multiple separations. So I'm going to use this little Allen key, or whatever it's called, to pull out each individual piece and then weld it from the front. Whoa, wait a minute, it's red? That's weird. Oh well. You know, I really like how this looks just like that. It's a shame it took an hour to clean that off. Ugh. I think whoever had this before used 2 coarse of steel wool, because you can see that there's really bad lines on this.
So much better than it was before.
So much better.
It really stacks up that sticker in the middle.
Yeah, I can get another one printed, I think, but it's metallic, so I don't know.
Are those the original hubcaps?
Yeah, the original hubcaps.
Why would they have two different on the front?
I think the two last ones got lost. And so they just got them from something else.
Oh, yeah. So which ones are the original ones?
These ones say Sebring Vanguard, because these are the actual company that made it, is Sebring Vanguard. Either way, I'm really happy with that. So I would not feel comfortable leaving this on the jack overnight. So while these wheels dry, let's just put them back on there. Now this is the one that still has the wet paint on it. Actually, this is the side I just painted, so I'll be extremely careful with this one. But honestly, I'm not too concerned with any marks on the inside where the hover cap will hide, so it's not a big deal. So it's been about 16 hours, so let's see how it turned out. Almost out on this one. Well, look at that. I finally found a use for WD-40. Still need a little bit of cleaning to do. Have to clean out the floorboard because, well, unfortunately I couldn't find a vacuum cleaner here, so we have to use the air compressor. Hopefully we can blow the stuff out. Then, I'm not sure what's going up with the brakes. I looked at the brakes and they seem like they're pretty well rusted. Actually, the brake lines are missing pretty much. So, it's not that useful. So I might just leave those brake drums here too. And then as for the back window and the weird body issues, I could not find a heat gun here or at the Red Rooster or at my house, even though we should have one at all three locations. So I don't know, did some gremlin just like steal all of our heat guns or something? I don't know. So that's not going to be fixed anytime soon, nor that. But it's okay. I can just leave that wood there so it helps hold it. Actually, I might just remove that wood because I don't want it to crack. I was trying to pretend like I was interested in this because you guys keep bugging me for this video, and I was thinking that I could just get through with these 3 videos and then you guys be happy. But I was taking apart the dashboard, trying to fix all the wiring. I noticed there's a rat's nest in there, literally and figuratively. Like way down in there is actually an actual rat's nest, or a mouse nest, or whatever, or a squirrel nest, who knows. And I'd have to undo the rivets to get to it because it's really like, you can't really like open this thing up. It's so difficult, and anytime I try to do anything I keep cracking the plastic, and I'm just getting burnt out on this. And I have to ask myself, why do I even have this car? I mean, it's interesting, but I hate cars, and I have no use for a car. So I'm thinking I might not try to push myself to make videos about this. And it might be a good idea just for me to sell it to someone that would enjoy this. So that might be a good like, maybe if it gets a lot of attention at the car show, maybe I could find someone that wants to buy it. I don't know. And I figure it could probably help the price if I include some of the lithium batteries with it. Although the batteries are looking kind of complicated, so I'm not sure if that'll actually work out too well, because just the wiring is a bit of a crazy mess. I have the manual though, so that works fine. And I think people might actually be interested in this if it has the lithium ion pack, and at least a small one, and it has the title and the original manual and all that kind of stuff, which I think is someone would probably be interested in this. Although I'm not going to sell it for less than I bought it for, so I don't know. But yeah, I find it very difficult to fake being interested in something. And at this point, I'm just really not. Well, before I was a little bit interested, because like, I was thinking like, oh, it's going to make a cool video. I was interested in the video. I couldn't care less about this actual car. But now I'm actually getting frustrated, and it's really become very unfun. And plus, it takes like an hour of commuting every day just to get here. Well, here and back. And I've wasted 4 days on this one video, and honestly, I could have done so much with a different video series. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll try to do the 3 videos, but we'll see. Might just do 2 videos. But I don't think we're going to do much past that. I mean, like, one of the problems with having a car, well, I mean, I know I guess I'm alone for disliking cars, but ever since I was a little kid, I've always been on a motorcycle, a dirt bike. And so, like, that's why I like electric bicycles so much, is because I'm just so used to it, and I can do pretty much anything I would ever want on that. Whereas you get me behind a wheel in an automobile, and then I have to relearn everything. And one thing that really just bugs me is the culture here. There is a very significant car culture in the United States, and in particular in this state, Illinois, you cannot get a motorcycle driver's license without knowing how to drive a car and having a car license, which is retarded. Like, seriously, why do you have to have one to do the other? Like, if I could just get a motorcycle license, I probably would get like a Honda SL 125, and that would be amazing. But there's also just this culture around here of anytime people don't take my bike seriously, even though I can go like 50 miles on it. And they also don't take motorcycles seriously.
And like people keep, well, they'll offer to take me for a ride on, instead of me having to use my bike. And then I'll be like, no, it's okay, I have my bike, it has a motor, I mean, it's a vehicle. And they're like, okay, very dismissive of it. It's like, I've put thousands of miles on it, it works fine. But for some reason, people just can't see that automobiles aren't the only way to go. And I think that also kind of sours my view of automobiles. And plus, ever since I was like a young teenager, so early teens, my parents, well, particularly my father, have really been pushing automobiles on me. And it was kind of one of those things like, you're going to get a license, you're going to be happy about it, and you're going to drive anywhere you need. It's like, well, first of all, where the fuck am I going to go? This is Illinois. I mean, where am I going to drive? If I have to go anywhere, it'll be over an airplane. And that's one of the good things about Illinois, is that there's nothing here. So if you don't have to deal with anything, you come to Illinois and you don't have to deal with anything. But, well, besides government corruption. But, I mean, yeah. Also, probably doesn't help that I was in a lot of car wrecks as a little kid. So that kind of put a bad impression on me. But also, the main reason I couldn't drive is I don't think I could stand the thought of killing someone if I hit them. So yeah, I think since this is no longer fun, I might be able to push through another video or two with this. But then I might see about selling it. I think it's probably a good path. Because it was fun to make a couple videos of this. It was fun to ride it around in my dad's yard with Rob and stuff like that back in 2016 or whenever that was. 2015, whatever that was. And that was fun. But honestly, this has just been one of those projects where it's more of a burden. And I'm just not interested in it. Like, I'd rather spend more time working on the rocket project and building the shed, which I've had progress on the design for the shed, don't worry. Now, this is actually a private driveway, so it's kind of nice. I can legally drive on it. Well guys, I turned the fucking handle, wheel, whatever it's called, and this thing got caught up and ripped out all these wires. I mean, it's like a fucking piece of shit. I'm so fucking pissed at this. Oh, look at that. It's not even tight. Amazing. Just simply amazing. Well, wouldn't you know, tried to pry this little washer out and piece broke off and hit me in the face and cut my lip open. Just amazing fucking American engineering. I mean, America at its best. Piece of shit. Fuck you. Yeah, I am so over this car. Okay. So guys, me and my dad have come to the shop to get the Citicar for the car show, and the entire building was filled with the magic blue smoke. Looks like this thing caught on fire during the night when it was charging. So you know what? I'm just so sick and fucking tired of this thing. I've wasted like a week on it, and now it won't even turn on. Piece of shit. So that's it. Fuck this thing. I'm so fucking sick and tired of it. I'm gonna sell it. And that's it.